Team, I didn't love my explanation for this at the end of class today, so I spent a little more time on it. And this is for quiz 5, 2E. We were talking about, in this reaction, does the pressure increase, decrease, or remain the same? We looked at our K value. K tells us that at equilibrium, the reactants are going to be favored. But what it's asking, and this is the part I didn't clarify in class, is it saying between when you have the initial, which is right there, where there's no products, and then at equilibrium, did the pressure increase, decrease, or remain the same? And one of the ways that I could show this is with an ice table and show that between the initial and the equilibrium, okay, we have a net loss of our concentration, which means that the pressure would go down, okay? And that's also shown here, team, that yes, at equilibrium, the reactants are favored, okay? But between the initial and the equilibrium, we went from a situation where there are all reactants to some product and reactants, which means an overall loss or decrease in pressure. And so I felt like this was a better explanation than what I even saw in the answer key, and it was not clear. And the way that I shared that with the class, I felt was really, really confusing. And I don't feel like Le Chatelier is the best way to describe this situation. Now, if we talk about Q, the initial for Q is 0, which means that K is greater than Q, which means that we're going to move towards the products. And so as we move from a situation with 2 moles down to 1 mole, then we have lost some pressure. And I felt like that's another way that we could think about this logically that could help us wrap our heads around it. And I just felt like the way that I described it was confusing as fruit, and I didn't want you guys to be confused on this one. So have a great day. Thanks for everything you guys are doing. Take care.